runway, the big bird's coming down. And it won't be many more hours till I'm back in my hometown. Hear the mighty Russian engine, hear that big old turbine roar. I'm a-climbing on that Yellowbird and you won't see me no more. Oh, the mountains up in Greenland, they're big and cold and bare. Now you can catch a dose of rabies from the fox and the Arctic hare. And the fjord is frozen solid 3/4 of the year. But a man can drown his sorrows in a case of Danish beer. I was climbing up the mountain one morning just at 4, and I saw that big old Yellowbird roaring up from Goose, Labrador, with a mighty Russian lightning, and I knew my time was near. I'm a-climbing on that Yellowbird and getting the hell out of here. Play one just like Mama showed me. Hit it, Jimmy. Eskimos, this land is really yours. You can have this frozen Greenland with its cold and icy shore. You can tear down all these buildings, stack them board by board, and when the job is finished, you can throw them in the fjord. Everybody, oh, clear the frozen runway, big bird's coming down. And it won't be many more hours till I'm back in my hometown. Hear the mighty Russian engine, hear that big old turbine roar. I'm a-climbing on that Yellowbird and you won't see me no more. The old hometown still looked the same. As I stumbled from the plane, there to meet me is the colonel and the sheriff. Down the road I look, here comes Willie, looking horny and acting silly. It's good to touch the green, green sand of home. As I walked out in the streets of old Sunday, as I walked out in old Sunday one day, I spied a young musk ox all wrapped in white linen, all wrapped in white linen and cold as the clay. I see by your fur, sir, that you are a musk ox. I see from your eyes there's something to say. Now this is the story of Willie the musk ox, shot down by Danish gunmen, and it happened this way. Born on an iceberg in eternity's fjord, a big shaggy brute with a big mighty roar. First came to Sunday when he was just 3. He acted like he owned the whole down country. Now from here on, when I say Willie, Willie the muskox, you sing the last line with me, and the first time that you sing Mayor of Sondrestrom. Willie, Willie the muskox, Mayor of Sondrestrom. Willie, Willie the muskox, Mayor of Sondrestrom. Now, Willie was a visitor to Sondrestrom each year. He went where he wanted to, 'cause Willie had no fear. All the folks at Sondrestrom left Willie alone, 'cause everybody knew that Sunday was old Willie's home. Sunday was his home. Willie, Willie the muskox, Sunday was his home. Willie, Willie the muskox, Sunday was his home. Now Willie got a little older, and as the years went by, he got a little meaner, he got a little shy. He took to hating people from springtime through the fall, but oh, them big red fire trucks he hated most of all. Didn't like people no more. Willie, Willie the muskox didn't like people no more. Willie the muskox didn't like people no more. Now the grass was always greener over at the Sass Hotel. They couldn't get him to leave there weren't no way in hell. Now for you folks that aren't from Texas, there weren't no way in hell means they could not get Willie to leave the Sass Hotel. Even Danish cowboys with a winch truck and a rope, they couldn't budge old Willie, there wasn't any hope. Like the Sass Hotel. Willie the muskox like the Sass Hotel. Willie the muskox like the Sass Hotel. For all you Danish cowboys. A Danish cowboy went riding out one cold and frosty morn. He tried to put a rope around one of Big Willie's horns. Willie bounced to the left and he bounced to the right, then he began to buck. Then there it was, a 4-foot hole right through that red fire truck. Hated red fire trucks. Willie the muskox hated red fire trucks. Willie the muskox hated red fire trucks. Make the muskox go away. Get him off of our runway. Get down on your knees and pray. Lord, make that muskox go away. Oh, clear the frozen runway, Big Willie's coming through. And if you don't move, it won't be long, he's got a piece of you. Hear the mighty roar of the muskox from a drinking Danish beer. I ain't a-gonna fool with Willie, I'm getting the hell out of here. Now the fellow who gave the order to execute, but his name was Hans Hawkins. Hans Hawkins, here is an ode to you. Hang down your head, Hans Hawkins. Hang down your head and cry. You shot poor old Willie. You shot him right in the eye. Jimmy Whalen.
Hang down your head, Hans Hawkins. Hang down your head and cry. You shot poor old Willie. Shot him right in the eye.
Here's Veronica Cold Iron.
Hang down your head, Humphrey Hawkins. Hang down your head and cry. You shot poor old Willie. You shot him right in the eye.
Woo! All together now. Hang down your head, Hans Hawkins. Hang down your head when you pass. You shot poor old Willie. You shot him right in the Willie the muskox ain't gonna see you no more. Willie the muskox ain't gonna see you no more. Here is the true story of a boy named Sue before that Johnny Cash got a hold of it and distorted it all out of proportion. Well, my daddy left home when I was about 3, and he didn't leave very much for Ma and me, excepting this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. I don't really blame him because he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left.
He went and named me Sue.
Now, he must have thought it was quite a joke, and it got a lot of laughs from a lot of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy'd call me communist and I'd bust his head. I'll tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Stu. Now, I grew up quick and I grew up mean, and my fists got hard and my wits got keen, and I roamed from town to town to hide my shame. But I made me a vow to the moon and stars. I'd search the NCO clubs and bars and kill that man that give me that awful name. Now, it was Thule, Greenland in mid-July, and I'd just hit town and my throat was dry, and I thought I'd stop in and get myself a brew. In an an old saloon on the street of mud. There at a table of dealing studs sat the dirty, mangy dog who named me Sue. I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from that diamond-shaped rattler on the top of his head, and I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. Now, he was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him, and my blood ran cold, and I said,
Hi there. My name is Sue. How do you do? Boy, you look a mess. Somebody really fixed you up, didn't they? Serves you right for naming me Sue, and that's not all that's going to happen to you after I get done with you, you silly thing.
I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, came up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. But I busted a chair right across his teeth, and we crashed through the wall and out into the street, kicking and gouging in the mud and the blood and the Danish beard. I tell you, I must have fought tougher men, but I really don't remember when. He kicked like a mule and bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh, then I heard him cuss. He went for his gun, but I pulled mine first, and he stood there looking at me, and I saw him smile. And he said,
Son, who's your dentist?
this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough, and I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I give you that name, then I said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die, and son, it's that name that's helped to make you strong. Yeah, he says, now, you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know that you hate me, and you got the right to kill me now, and I don't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your gut and the spit in your eye, because I'm the dirty that named you Sue. What could I do? I hate to ask this, but what would you do?
Ha ha ha, what would I do to you naming me Sue? Well, it sure wasn't very smart of you first.
I wanted a boy.
Well, sorry about them things. It didn't quite turn out that way, psychologically. Anyway, I'd scratch all your eyes, pluck them out with my long fingernails. And then I'd cut your ears off, like you did one of mine a while ago. That sure didn't feel very well. And then, oh boy, I would do lots of nice little things. I'd take that nice vest off of you. Then I'd pull all the little hairsies out of your little chesty, one by one. Then I'd take your shoes off and whatever. And then I would look around a little bit. And then I'd just pull your yang.
I got all choked up and I threw down my gun and I called him Pa and he called me son. And I came away with a different point of view. And I think about him every now and then, every time I try and every time I win. And if I ever have a son, I think I'll name him
Reuben Pendarvis, because I'm in love.
Look out, Rube.